Roy Kyees has worked the West Texas oil fields his whole life.
I've lived here 53 years. I was born in Odessa, Texas. I've been working hard since I was 13 years old.
He says work in the oil patch is not for the weak.
You work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It takes a toll on your body.
In January 2006, while working for a Midland-based oil field services company, Roy twisted his foot on the sandy earth, felt a pull in his back, then fell down.
And I kept hurting my back, and it just finally gave out on me.
Given all that would happen to him after he reported the work injury, booked on felony charges, handcuffed, fingerprinted, and the legal battle that followed, Kyees regrets ever filing a workers' compensation claim.
I want to find out why they did this, and I wanted to get it straight. It made me mad.
Texas Mutual Insurance, the company used by Kyees' employer, recognized his back injury as a legitimate claim and began paying his medical bills and temporary income benefits as the law requires. 8 months later, Roy got a new job. Texas Mutual says it was never alerted that Kyees returned to work and sent him a check for replacement income. When he got the check, Kyees knew it was a mistake and says he called the company to tell them just that. Kyees' lawyer told him the company had made a gratuitous overpayment, not an uncommon occurrence. The lawyer said they informed Texas Mutual that Kyees had returned to work. They said they also told Kyees to cash the check, and he did just that. Almost 2 years later, Roy Kyees opened his mailbox to find an indictment from the Travis County District Attorney.
I didn't understand what they were talking about. I thought, man, this case is over with because we'd already settled.
He had been charged with a felony in a county he had never stepped foot in. They said he'd stolen workers' compensation benefits and that he could go to jail for it. He turned himself in to the Ector County Sheriff's Office and spent 8 hours in jail. Brad McClellan is an Austin lawyer and workers' compensation expert who's tangled with Texas Mutual in the past.
Imagine being sued civilly. You've got a right to defend yourself, but then turn that civil case into a criminal case. It's public. You've now been criminally indicted. You're not involved in civil litigation, fighting over who's right and wrong. You've been accused of violating the law criminally. You have an arrest record. You're subject to fines, and you're also subject to imprisonment.
Texas Mutual Insurance not only hired the investigators who compiled the case against Kyees, it wholly funds the government prosecutors who indicted him on felony charges. The unusual financial arrangements between Texas Mutual and the Travis County District Attorney's Office has been authorized by state law for years. Both Texas prosecutors and company executives say it benefits Texas businesses by cutting down on costly fraud and keeping workers' compensation insurance affordable.
Why is the district attorney getting paid by the private insurance company?
All they get back from us is every dollar they actually spend working on a Texas Mutual case. So that means all we paid them is the prosecutor's salary, the support staff's salary, costs to serve subpoenas, costs for witness travel, costs for your cell phone. So I don't know where people think we pay. It's the same money the prosecutor would get anyways. It just allows them to have a couple of more prosecutors. Nothing in the contract has anything to do with how much money is returned to Texas Mutual. It has nothing to do with the number of convictions, indictments. All they do is the normal role of a prosecutor. There's no expectations that they do anything other than the normal role of a prosecutor.
When they are funding the prosecutorial arm, the Travis County District Attorney's Office, and funding investigators, and they have their own in-house investigators and attorneys they spend millions of dollars on over the last decade. Where's the fairness?
Riley says Texas Mutual Insurance investigators are treated just like any other, that the money his company provides to the DA's office doesn't tilt the scales.
They do not go into the Texas Mutual justice system. They go before Travis County grand jury like everyone else. They go before Travis County judges like everyone else. They go into Travis County court like everyone else. So there's no conflict of interest because we have no control when it goes into the justice system.
Roy Kyees sees it differently.
I don't think an insurance company should have that kind of power to do people like that. Just treat them however they want to, and then have district attorneys just taking their word for it.
Kyees sued Texas Mutual for malicious prosecution, and shortly before the case went to trial, Texas Mutual paid Kyees a $10,000 settlement.
you can't go fight with Texas Mutual anymore because you have no causes of action. And where are the district attorneys? Where's the state saying stop?
It still bothers Kyees that he has an arrest record, but he's proud he fought back.
Money ain't the thing I want. I want y'all to think about investigating somebody and looking at stuff before you do this to somebody else.
This is Tony Plahetsky reporting for the Texas Tribune and the Austin American-Statesman.